Hi everyone, this is Balazs from Racing Brick. In addition to the Technic sets coming in August, LEGO has already revealed a whole bunch of sets coming in June. Yes, I already have them here with me. These are the brand new Speed Champions releases that you can buy from the 1st of June. They've literally just arrived and unfortunately I can't show you the contents yet, but as always you will see my super detailed building reviews before the release date, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Luckily, we have a big pile of high-res photos and videos to look at, so I will be going through the novelties with you, checking out all the visible details and sharing my opinions, both positive and negative. So, what do we have here? We get 3 sets, 2 double packs and a single pack. If we follow the numbering, the first one is the 76923 Lamborghini V12 Vision GT Supercar. The price is €27 or dollars, just like the previous 2024 sets, and it has 230 pieces. You can find links below to the product pages to check your local price and possible pre-order options. So, this is a unique Lamborghini model developed for the Gran Turismo game. In case it looks familiar, I believe the not so great set from Temu I showed you recently is also based on this car. But back to the Speed Champions set. I like the color scheme and the overall look. I think the bodywork is quite cluttered, but it looks pretty accurate when we compare it to the real thing. The color choice is good. We will see how the background color of the stickers matches the plastic this time. Obviously there are a lot of stickers, but also a lot of prints, especially on the front. I like how the parts here try to represent the iconic headlights of the original car. It's close enough for my taste. I am worried about the stability of these angled parts though. I'm not sure how difficult it will be to position them this way and how easy it will be to accidentally knock them off. The cockpit appears to be hinged, which is good as it adds to the realism of the set. We have printed wheel covers and also printed wheel arches. There is only one photo of the rear of the car on the back of the box. The wing looks good. In this video we can take a closer look at the diffuser area. The use of cleavers is a neat trick, but I'm not sure how the whole assembly will stay in that exact position with the flags and everything else. I really hope those very thin red lights aren't stickers, otherwise applying them will be a real pain. All in all, it looks like a fairly accurate set of a very futuristic car. I would certainly have chosen a different Lamborghini model, but that's probably just me. The next in the series is the 76924 Mercedes-AMG G63 and Mercedes-AMG SL63. This double pack costs $45 or €50 respectively, just like the BMW double pack we got earlier this year, and it still hurts to see that price tag on a Speed Champions set. The set consists of 808 pieces though, which is very comparable to the Technic's $50 range. Fun fact, if we compare this double pack to the Aston Martin one, you can see how much thicker the box is. I guess the Chelsea tractor has some hefty parts. So, the G-Wagon has made it into the LEGO world. I mean, this shape was just begging to be brick built. Was it a success? You tell me, because I'm not entirely sure. I mean, there are some good details. It seems like a small thing, but I really like the fenders. Those angled and half-hidden pieces will require some building magic for sure. The front end is okay too. We get printed headlights, not brick built, but I suspect those shapes would be hard to replicate. The radiator grille is definitely more curved than the original, but at least it's brick built and we get a printed Mercedes logo as well. So, that hood. Yes, that's the biggest problem. If we compare it to the real thing, it's not that off, but it still looks very wrong somehow, like an armored version perhaps. On the positive side, we have 2 windshield wipers. The number of wipers on the Audi S1 e-tron Quattro has been doubled here. The wheels also look a bit small, but in the LEGO world there isn't much variation at this scale. The interior looks cool, we have 4 full-size seats and some space for luggage, that's pretty good. We can also take a look under the hood here. There's a weird logo that you can also see on one of the minifigures. That's the Mercedes-AMG logo surprisingly, at least one of them. I'm sure when I say AMG you think of this one first, but if you scroll down on the official page you will find the other one as well. I like the spare wheel, but the rear window looks odd. It seems to be the classic city windshield part. There's another tricky detail. At first I thought this part was misaligned in the photo, but when we look at the animation, I get the feeling that the side window assemblies are installed at an angle, which could be a neat trick. Now let's have a look at the sports car. The shape of the front looks pretty good. I can kind of see what lines the bricks are supposed to replicate. We have printed headlights, that's fine. I think with this flag piece we even get an opening hood, at least the middle of the hood, unlike the original. Then comes the windshield piece, and that looks completely off. The original is higher, not curved, and has a distinctive black frame. It is really very different. This part probably worked on a smaller playset like the red Corvette in this Marvel set, but I don't think it fits well here. The interior looks good, as does the rear section. The curvy shapes are captured well here. We get two very stylish minifigures that probably represent the typical owners of these vehicles. And now for the last set, the Aston Martin safety car and AMR 23. This set has the same price as the Mercedes AMG one and has 564 pieces. So, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is obviously green. The color of the cars is completely wrong, not just a tiny bit. If you look at the back of the box, you can clearly see the difference. I think the color of the two cars is standard Lego green as seen in the photos. I'm absolutely sure the original color doesn't have an exact match in the Lego world, but I think dark turquoise or even sand green would have been a better choice. Of course, that would have required tons of recolors, and while I'm sure Aston Martin as a licensing partner gave the green light to use this color, it still looks wrong to me. The second issue that many people have raised since the unveiling is that we've had these two cars in the model range before. The F1 car is very similar to the McLaren set we had earlier this year, and we also had the Vantage in this double pack. Okay, this is a slightly different edition, but still the same model. F1 cars from the same season don't look very different apart from the livery, especially when modeled at this scale. So, it's no surprise that the front section is identical up until the cockpit. The side skirt area is slightly different behind that curved piece that loves to fall off, and there is a hump at the rear, and the rear wing looks slightly different too. So, there are some differences, but probably not enough for many people to justify buying the set after this one, unless you are an Aston Martin fan of course, but then you probably didn't buy the McLaren. I think LEGO should either limit itself to one Formula 1 car per year or offer the entire range. If we look at the safety car, I think the previous interpretation of the front end is better. I'm not sure about the new one, there are lots of different levels and gaps. The structure of the rear lights looks exactly the same, but there is no large diffuser and the wing is smaller. Some people have said that the light bar is way too high, but it looks the same on the real car. So, this is another set that I need to build to find some cool details and techniques, otherwise I'm not a big fan at this point. I have a feeling that this wave has more question marks than the previous one. I definitely need to build them all before I can give my final verdict, but some things like the color here or the parts used there won't really change. So what do you guys think of these sets? I've already read very positive and very negative opinions online. I'm really curious about yours, let's talk about it in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video then please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe with notifications because there will be more exciting LEGO videos coming soon. See you next time, bye bye.